This weekend, Soweto will be hosting the 12th annual Soweto Life Wine and Lifestyle Festival. It started out with around 1,500 visitors. This was back in 2004. Organizers now hope to attract 10,000 visitors this year. Now, this clearly suggests that they might be making inroads into a new wine drinking market. But to join me and give me some insights on drinking trends here in South Africa and at the Soweto Wine and Lifestyle Festival is the co-founder and Cape Wine Master, Marilyn Cooper. Marilyn, thanks so much for your time. Let's go back to 2004 when this started off. Why did you decide to embark on this?
You know, it literally started around a braai where they were using Soweto beer glasses. And we said, why is beer and not wine? And remember, in that time, there was, I think, one restaurant in Soweto that actually served wine. I went around and had a look, and that was box wine. And we said, no, we need to create a market in Soweto for wine, and then the industry, the distributors, would have to employ people to service that market. So you couldn't at that time say you have to employ people of color. You know, you can knock on that door for so long, but creating the market in Soweto did it the other way around. And I must tell you now, 10 years later, every big distributor has a whole team of people of color just to service Soweto.
Clearly it has grown, and that is fantastic news. We always hear that South Africans are big drinkers. Is this in fact true? How much wine is manufactured or created in South Africa, and how much is actually being consumed here?
Unfortunately, our consumption went down. When we go back to 2004, we had a lot of young white people leaving the country, and that was the consumer who drank wine. There were very few blacks who consumed wine. I mean, think about it. It's only 20 years since they were actually allowed to buy wine. So that was one of the reasons that we could go into Soweto and say, this is wine. It's aspirational. It's wonderful. You should be drinking it with your food, and demystify it. Because it's quite a topic, you know, do I say Merlot, do I say Merlot, do I say Cabernet, do I say Cabernet? And then when we bring them to the festival, we say spit. Well, spitting isn't part of the culture either. But I must tell you that I've been in and out of Soweto a lot. I defy you to find one restaurant or shebeen today that does not serve wine. And so looking at the trend, we had gone all the way down to 6.1 litres per person per year. Now, I drink that in a month. I don't know about you. So somebody wasn't pulling their share, but it was because whites were leaving and the black emerging market didn't embrace wine. But I can tell you that that is completely reversed. And it's not the whites who are drinking more, it's because of this emerging black market are embracing this aspirational wine. And I remember at the beginning of the festival, a winemaker said to me, I love this festival. When I go to a festival in Sandton, the people try and tell me how to make my wine. Yes. He said, I come to Soweto and people are interested to know how I make my wine. Because it was a new subject and they really embrace it. And the other thing, Sowetans are as honest as you can find them. They'll take the glass, they'll taste it, say, oh, I don't like that. You get immediate feedback. They don't like that wine. Yeah. And you can say, why? No, there's no pretense about it. Not smile sweetly and go away and then say, I'll never buy that wine.
Yes.
So winemakers get that immediate response. So yes, the trend was always sweet and bubbly to start. That's how people start drinking wine. I started drinking sweet wine. And then you progress to a drier wine, and then you progress to red. And you can see now that half our audience are still the beginners and the bubbly, and that's very exciting because those are new people that we're teaching our wine.
I clearly went the wrong way around, starting with red.
Oh, did you start with red?
Fortunately, with Marilyn, let's talk about opportunities. You spoke about the rising or the new market for South African winemakers. What opportunities are there in your developing markets, not just in South Africa, but also, you know, on the African continent?
Well, that's huge in Africa. You know, I always tell people we were unfortunate because we actually got all the Protestants colonizing and coming to South Africa, and they were not big drinkers. Whereas the rest of Africa got the French and the Portuguese, so they brought wine with them. Wine was part of their culture. So the rest of Africa, in fact, is a huge marketing opportunity for South African wines. They don't grow wine themselves, and they have to import it. So they've been importing a huge amount from Portugal and from France. But now you can see that they've embraced South African wine. And we have quite a few people coming to the festival who discover new wines and then import them back into the African countries.
Marilyn, thank you so much. I'm thinking I should be popping by for the wine festival this
Definitely.
weekend.
And don't let the rain put you off because it's all undercover.
Fantastic. Marilyn, thanks so much to Marilyn Cooper from the Soweto Wine and Lifestyle Festival. She is the co-founder and also from Cape Wine Master. We're heading into a short break. When we come back, we'll be looking at global growth prospects and what does this mean for South Africa. Stay with us.